everyone, welcome to my stop on Crafty Meggy's 5-year YouTube anniversary hop. I am going to be scraplifting the layout that you saw at the beginning of this video. I'm going to be starting by creating a background using some pasties. This is raspberry sherbet and the cream team. I'm also going to be using some pink paisley cedar lane today, which was chosen by the members of the Rediscover Your Stash Facebook group as another vintage product they would like to see me work with this month. Well, actually February, but you know. So what I'm doing here is I started by putting the raspberry sherbet down. And then I'm going to go back in with the cream team. And the reason I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it here is because this gives me this fun marbled effect where you can see both of the colors, but it also tones down that raspberry. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do two stencils of these hearts. And this stencil is from one of Vicki Boutin's collections. This is one of her stencils. So now if you take a look off to the left, you can see that I've chosen 3 different Shimmers paint colors that match either colors in my photo or colors that are in the Cedar Lane collection. And I'm just spritzing some water on my glass mat, and I'm going to go ahead and splatter. So all I'm doing here is I fill the paintbrush up with the Shimmers paints, add some water to the Shimmers paints to dilute it a little bit, and then I'm using this teeny tiny little brush to get beautiful kind of splatters. I'm always going to end up with more paint than I want splatters, just because that is the nature, but I'll always have, I'm not using a lot to begin with. So I'm just going to go ahead here and splatter on all 3 of these colors. And you can see here that peacock's plume. Apparently I was really messy with it the last time I used it because there was like all this dried paint on the lid that flaked off. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to set that aside to dry completely. I'm going to clean off my area, and then when it's fully dry, I'll come back and we'll finish the layout up. By the magic of YouTube, a full hour has gone, or a couple hours have gone by. You can see here how my background looked, all dry and ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide on picture placement. I have these 2 photos, and you'll notice I kind of gapped the hearts a little bit. I did that so I could quite easily go ahead and have the hearts kind of coming out from my photos. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go through what I have of the Cedar Lane collection, and I took and separated out just the scraps. So I have just the scraps. You can see them off there to the side. And I am going to use them to very simply layer some colors around my photos. So some colors and some patterns. I'm really just going to kind of hodgepodge them together. There's no real rhyme or reason to this. It's just to get the colors that I have all around my photo. And these are the colors that I pulled to use on my background too, so that they'll all match. So while I do this, let's talk about the hop for a bit. The Megan's hop, you can go ahead and you can find all the links to all the videos down below. Megan is doing a couple of giveaways. I'm giving away a $10 gift certificate to a cherry on top, and then a couple of the other girls are giving away some prizes and some stash giveaways and prize packages and lots of fun goodies. So make sure that you hop along and let Megan know that you went through and said hi to everybody. And she will be, sorry about that, just a second. She will be choosing the winners for the giveaways, and she'll have all the information that you need to be entered into those giveaways on her channel. So definitely start there and then just follow her directions. And yeah, I am donating a $10 gift certificate to a cherry on top as my prize. I hope that you like that. So I have all of the layers behind my photo now, and you can see how the hearts are kind of peeking out from both sides. This is just kind of the way it works when you do these mixed media layouts. You usually end up with just a bit of your background showing up, so that's okay. Sorry. my title is going to be PDA No Way. And the reason is this is my sister and her husband, and we were on a hayride this fall, or actually this is like 2 falls ago. And they were kissing, and if you kind of see my middle sister, she's between them, and she's making this like disgusted face. So that was what I wanted my title to be. I'm going to go through now all of my embellishments and add hearts. I want to add layers of hearts, more hearts around both sides of the photo, and I'm going to go ahead and finish up my title as well. I'm going to go ahead and add some washi hearts and some of, actually, I think what I'm doing is I want to go through, I'm trying to remember what my train of thought was here for you guys. So I wanted to add more hearts. I wanted the hearts to kind of, so I have the mixed media hearts, they're kind of coming out either side of my photo, but then I wanted to add more hearts and kind of bulk those areas up. So I'm going to go through all of my embellishments that I have, which isn't a huge amount, but I do have enough left that I feel like I can put together a couple of embellishment clusters. And you saw that I put the washi tape up at the top. This is Love This. I'm going to bulk up that side too, and that will create my areas of embellishment. So I found that I had a lot of acetate pieces, and I wanted to use as many of them as I could. And then I also grabbed one of those kind of heavy embellishment arrows. I pulled from my stash those twine and ink kind of puffy asterisks. I don't end up using them at all. I just end up using the embellishments I have down here that I'm gluing down now. So there's 3 acorns, a couple of little acetate pieces, like I said, and then I used one of those arrows to kind of point to my title in between. I wanted to keep this very much like the layout I'm scraplifting of Megan, so I wanted to keep it simple. And with lots of layers behind the photo, not a whole lot of extra embellishments, just that little bit up at the top. So these are the phrase stickers that came in the Cedar Lane collection, and they have some super funny, like, appropriate sayings. There were just a whole bunch I found that I thought were just perfect for the photo and this kind of moment that I was able to capture because it was so funny. The look on my sister's face. So cute. Anyway, so it says things like laughter, and I think there was even some that were kind of a little bit snarky on there, and I was like, yes, perfect. So I'm just going to sprinkle them around to 3 areas of my layout, and that's going to complete my process for today. Thank you so very much for hopping along. I'd love it if you would give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber of mine already, I love new subscribers and would love to have you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.